Hi everyone, Laurel Mintz here, GP of Fabric VC. Again, I'm so lucky to be able to talk to so many incredible founders and funders in the space. And today I want to talk about Fintech and really the future of Fintech. As you know, we invest in what we call the future of categories, which I think is just a sexier way of saying like future of food, future of Fintech, future of healthcare. We're marketers, so we have to be clever about these things. But what we're really seeing in terms of Fintech is that it is becoming a very saturated market, which means if you're a founder on that side, it's going to be even harder for you as a startup to raise. It's no longer this trendy conversation. It's really part of mainstream media, especially with the conversation around AI. And what is even more critically important for Fintech founders to understand is the regulatory bodies that are now stepping in to take over and take on some of the issues within this industry, which adds another layer of challenge, of diligence, of process that we as investors need to be really conscious and aware of before we decide to write a check. How you can overcome these challenges as a Fintech founder, we have a couple of ideas and concept we've talked to when we have not written checks to founders, and that is to focus on really niche problem solving, niche solutions for very specific audience. For example, although we didn't write a check into this founder, we talked to a company whose focus is on providing access to banking in global emerging markets, right? So we couldn't write that check because we're US focused, but we certainly believe in how Fintech can affect emerging markets that typically haven't had access to traditional banking, traditional finance models, etc. So that's one way to kind of solve for that issue of how am I a more of a niche solution and overcome the kind of saturation that we're seeing in the market. And then of course, this should go without saying, but as a lawyer, you know that I believe in playing nice with regulatory agencies. Don't give us any reason to say no. Don't give an agency any reason to come after you. Make sure that you know the rules and regulations around your industry, because that would be a really, really challenging conversation. And sadly, I've heard a couple VCs in my space who have had to have these kind of conversations with founders in Fintech who maybe were skirting the rules a little bit. They wrote a check into them, and now regulatory government bodies are coming down, cracking down hard on them. So don't get yourself in trouble. Play nice with the regulatory agencies and find a niche within the Fintech space that you can really dig your heels into. I think that's what we see as the interesting future of Fintech.